Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Natural Misfits, Chaos on Kabara. Last we left off, the sailors, led by Haess, finally managed to track down the poison Dusk that had taken the Sharn, supposedly containing a fiend within. After a lengthy battle, they confronted the Black Scale leader, but before anything could be said, it was revealed that the shard was in his possession, and it was slightly cracked, allowing the fiend to possess him. So, the four of you watch as the Black Scale, who his eyes are now glowing like a pale icy blue, ice is starting to form over his body, almost like armor, and he's looking around at his surroundings, like not taking notice of either of you. He stretches out his current vesselly form, and he goes, "It's been some time since I've stretched my legs. How much time has passed, I wonder?" Haess, who is just watching in stunned silence, is gripping her weapon tightly as she is taking a couple steps back. What about the rest of you?
I stand in front of Haess holding my weapon protectively.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me wants to kick him.
Up to you.
I just stand there not knowing what to do
Does a 23 hit him?
because this seems like an oh shit situation.
Did you say 23?
Yes.
Let me take a look. Sorry, my screen just went black. I will say this: he does have the stats in the book for him were really high, but considering how he's not fully out yet and he's just possessing someone. I will say his skills are currently lowered, so I will. So you guys do have advantage on that. Like he's not overpowered. So I will say his armor has been reduced down to a. I'm going to say his armor class has been reduced down to 19. So yeah, 23 hits.
He takes 9 points of damage from an unarmed strike.
Okay, where'd you like? Oh, it was a kick, right?
No, I should have changed my mind. I'm slapping him.
Backhand, overhand, slap on the back.
Backhand. I want to backhand and be like, "Stop monologuing. What are we doing?"
I don't think he was even monologuing because he was just looking around. But with that backhand, he takes the 9 damage and he doesn't do anything at first. He just blinks once, twice, 3 times, so that it slowly looks at you.
I'm sorry. Did that reset your brain? Would you like another?
And because you are that close to him, Gordo, you take 7 points of cold damage.
Frosty.
Jesus. Was that supposed to be an attack or a greeting?
Yes.
Alright then. My turn, and you start to see an icicle forming in the palm of his hand. Are you going to
I'm
try
gonna
to
slap him
move?
again.
Oh, for God's sake. Roll to hit. Oh, this time with disadvantage because he was expecting it.
24.
That hits.
He takes 8, 9. He takes 10 points of damage, and now he has to make either an athletics check or an acrobatics check.
Oh boy, you cannot help but piss them off, can you? Athletics, you said?
He gets to defend with athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics or acrobatics? I'm going to do athletics. Um,
I got a 23.
he got a 25.
Okay.
Like, were you trying to grapple him?
Yes.
Okay. At that moment, you start to feel a burst of cold air beneath your feet. Do you look down to see what it is?
Nope. I'm just gonna move.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Hey, I'm good at those. 30 saving throw is a 15. No, sorry, 16. Can't math.
You just narrowly avoid a fist coming up to uppercut you, made of a fist made of ice coming up to uppercut you.
I'm just gonna look at the other two, and be like, "So you're gonna wait for him to get to like his full form, or are we just gonna kick the crap out of him while it dries?"
I'm gonna say at this point, Haess has snapped out of it, and she's grabbing your arm, Memon, and she's trying to pull you away. We need to leave. We need to leave.
Yep. Looks like we do need to leave. Let's go.
All right, fine.
Yeah, I hold on to my axe though, just for safety.
Behind you guys, he's like, "What? The fun's leaving already? Oh, that's a shame." And you hear him take a huge inhale of breath, and you all need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yay! That's my strong suits.
You all narrowly avoid it. Since you got an 18, you succeeded, but you still take half damage. You take 15 points of cold damage.
Yeah. As we're running away, I get hit with the cold. I'm like, oh shit! Go faster.
How much HP are you left with now?
I'm at 30. That was like a third of my health.
Okay. So are you guys gonna keep running?
Yep.
Yep. Wait, do we all take
No, it was only one target. I just wanted to see
Okay.
who would get it the least. So as you keep all fleeing, you just hear the fiend call out in the distance. Oh, do not worry, we'll be seeing each other again real soon. So I'm gonna say for about almost a half hour, you guys run before finally catching your breath and hiding behind a cluster of thick trees. Well, hiding within a cluster of thick trees.
What was that?
I'm gonna guess some kind of demon that uses ice.
That was the frigid flame, the fiend trapped within the shard.
Richard Flame, huh? Apt name.
We're lucky. Had he been able to fully escape, we'd all be dead by now. Stands, he's right now just possessing the black scale.
What does he want?
From what I learned, the Poison Dusk were going to take him to the black scale to assist in loosening the binds of Masvirik, the Overlord. And we cannot let that happen. The shard is cracked, so there is a way to seal him back within fully. But we need to get back to camp.
Okay.
Let's get going.
I will stay behind to keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't stray too far. You all need to gather the remaining mystics at the camp and have them perform a ritual. But first you need to lead the frigid frame to a clearing and keep them distracted long enough for them to perform it.
Okay.
With that, she takes off from the trees and heads off deep into the woods. What do the rest of you do? Do you guys want to keep running, or do you want to take a long rest and regain your health?
I mean, it probably would be better to take a long rest at camp as opposed to the middle of the swampy stuffs.
Yeah, so let's make it back to camp first.
All right. I'm going to say, because of how urgent this is, you guys make it back eventually after several hours. The guards there are surprised to see you all, almost out of breath as you arrive. What the hell is going on? Where's Haess and the Shard?
The shard is cracked. Haess stayed back to keep an eye on it.
What she said.
So, we need the rest of the mystics in order to try and reseal him.
The guards just look at each other. One wishes for you to follow, and the other one runs off into the camp.
Real quick thing. Can I have some water?
Sure. And one goes to get you a cup of water. He goes to get you a cup of water and brings it back.
I just down it.
More.
Running! Not my forte! Okay.
At this point, the camp is not at this point, people are starting to know. Not everyone is taking notice of it yet. They don't know the gravity of the situation, but the guards are ushering you to the camp with the elders. And inside, you see the elders of the camp, and you also see among them a few mystics, including Sorelzi, who looks at you all with worry. Am I hearing this correctly? The head elder speaks up. The shard is cracked.
Yes, sir.
Damn it all.
It apparently got cracked enough for the flame to actually possess someone.
That just causes a whole lot of more problems. And hey, stay behind to keep an eye on it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
This will not be an easy task. We need... Sure, but she is skilled at what she does. If I'm correct in my assumption, she's going to try to lure him to us. But knowing the poison Dusk, they will try to make sure he arrives to Miss Vierick, so they will either send their tribe after her, or send them here towards us to keep the ritual from being performed.
Is there any way we can help?
We will need to shore up our defenses and plan out the strategy of where to lure him. But for the time being, you all need your rest. We will focus on defenses for the camp while you rest.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else have any other things to comment?
Nope, I'm ready to rest and get this frost off me.
I said I don't really have anything to say. I'm just at least not white knuckling my axe anymore.
Alright. You all are pretty much led to your Sorel's old tent. She's looking after your wounds and everything. Do either of you let her patch you up, or do you all just collapse from the exhaustion?
I mean, I'm not exhausted. I'm just going to lay down.
Alright.
I let her patch me up.
Okay.
I let her patch me up because I want to make sure I don't get frostbite or anything.
Alright then, so for the next, I'm going to say about 6 to 7 hours, you guys are resting up, recovering your HP and everything. Does anything happen with any of you during that time?
I don't think so.
No, just I'm going to use my second wind before going to bed and heal myself for 11 hit points.
I mean, you were gonna get your hit points back regardless, since it was a long rest.
Yeah, this keeps me from expending hit die to do so.
All right, once all three of you are rested up, patched up, and have your bellies full of food, Threlzy eventually comes to check up on you guys. How is everything? Is anyone still in pain?
No, I'm just still trying to get a grasp of the situation here.
Well, the ritual, luckily the ritual, it will take a while to perform, but it's not impossible. We just need to make sure the frigid flame does not come after any of the mystics.
I understand. Is there any way for us to help?
Well, if you want to talk with the village guards, they are currently working on a plan to trying to formulate a plan to lure it out to a location for the mystics to perform their ritual. But if you want to go talk with him about it.
Okay.
Alright, well, when you guys arrive at the meeting, you see a bunch of the guards are putting up, it's like a map, and drawn on it is, little, figurines of them and the fiend, and they're just talking amongst themselves about what best to lure it in. So far, the ideas they've come up with is trying to lure it and into an area with no water, so it doesn't freeze anything. Others have commented setting up traps that will set things on fire to try to weaken his power and it. Any of you have any ideas or suggestions you want to throw up?
No, that's about all I can think of. Fire definitely seems like it would work for it.
Yeah, since its power is cold, fire would probably be the best option.
But the question is, the thing is though, he's not stupid. He won't stick around near the fire. So essentially,
That is, unless we create some kind of trap using oil, causing firewalls to surround him.
one guard speaks up. Even then, if the poison dust are coming, they'll also try to find a way to keep the flames down. So, if you want to keep him in one area, we need volunteers to fight him to keep them off his back. To keep him distracted.
I'll do it.
Fighting is really the only thing I can do.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so they set about they start setting up barrels of oil, and loading them up to spread around. I'm gonna say the location they plan to keep him in is like an part of the forest that's open. So they're cutting down trees to make a more open area. Do any
Guess
of
I'm
you?
grabbing an axe to help him.
I don't know. I don't know. Is Ortol's the barbarian?
Yeah, but we all know who the better fighter is.
A voice from an ethereal voice whispers in Zartol's ear. Are you going to take that shit, man?
He ain't lying.
Okay then. My man, what about you? You're gonna cut down trees too, or are you gonna help with something else?
I'm actually going to help set up the oil trap.
All right. All right. Okay. So Tate and Zartol, you guys are okay. Wait. Oh, Zartol, you also gonna cut down trees too, or you want to do something else?
Oh no, I'll help cut down trees.
All right. Both of you make strength checks, And Maman, you make a sleight of hand check. You don't want to spill the oil somewhere it shouldn't be.
That's just straight strength.
If you want to add more to it, you can. Like, it could be athletics or... Alright, with a strength, Gordo, you knock your first tree down with just one hit. It seems you have a fan.
Wait.
Or an enemy, it's a squirrel.
Oh, if it's a squirrel, I'm eating it.
Grab. Like that.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Alright. You just pick up the squirrel, you shove it in your mouth, and all the other squirrels are just like, and the others start running away. Except for one, whose growls sound oddly Scottish, and he throws an acorn at you. Oh, damn, does a 19 hit? Zalto, with a 24, like Kate, you managed to knock your tree down in one swing.
Yes, a 24 does it.
I said 19. No. Zorto did a 24 to hit the tree. I asked if a 19 hit.
Yes, 19 also hits me.
The acorn hits you in the snout and causes 1 damage.
Okay.
Do you eat that squirrel too, or you just let him do his thing?
I'm going to eat him too.
As you go, I'm going to say, after several hours of chopping down trees and Zartol trying to keep you from eating more squirrels, you guys cut down plenty of trees to form a area that's around a small field that's around not field, but area that's, I'm going to say, around 50 by 30 feet.
Okay.
All right, and if you got a dirty 20 for sleight of hand, so you relatively have the help them stack the barrels that are needed. You help lay out the oil along the clearing pretty well. No slip ups here. What do you do when you see Tate being accosted by squirrels and as he eats them whole?
I just stare at him straight face and then just go back to work.
What? No comment about letting you cook them first?
Nah, they're squirrels. They don't get the honor of being cooked.
And I'm glad you knew immediately what squirrel I was thinking of when I said Scottish. Tate, did you get it?
Oh, sorry, what's up?
Did you get this? I asked you, did you also get the? Did you get the squirrel I was referencing when I said it sounded Scottish? Look
Well,
in mute VC.
If you haven't seen this movie, I am very disappointed in you.
yes, I have.
I've seen it.
And yes, I'm going after eating that squirrel. And if I have to, I will summon my echo to do so.
Well, the other squirrels you have captured, this one has actually been evading you. It's almost like in a game of cat and mouse. But this time it's hippo and squirrel. Are you still set on getting him?
Nope, I'm just going to start cutting down trees and be like, I'm still in your home.
Alright, and for anyone wondering, the squirrel I was referencing was McSquizzy from Open Season, one of the best characters in that movie. Alright. After all the trees are chopped and the oil is spread, do any of you help the guards with sharpening more spears and setting up defenses around the huts of the camp?
Oh, yeah,
I have-
especially sharpening spears.
Your what in spears?
If we're sharpening spears and making weapons, I'm definitely pitching in on that.
Alright, then for you, roll... What would making a weapon be? Part of me thinks it would either be survival or sleight of hand, but
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. A spear made out of like a piece of tree is more of a primitive weapon, so it'd be like a survival kind of situation.
yeah,
I
Mickey's.
got a natural 20 for survival.
You managed to make around 20 spears. And of course, there's also not just spears. There's also knives, maybe axes, and arrows. Do you want to help with those too, or does anyone else want to get those?
You said they need help with arrows?
Yeah, there's also knives, axes, arrows, like making those too. And I'm also wondering who wants to set up defenses for the huts.
I would
Well,
help with. Oh, sorry.
I'll set up hut defenses.
Okay. And Zertle?
I'll help anywhere I can, like heavy lifting or just gathering stuff.
Well, I need you to choose something.
Spears.
Gordo already got the spears down, but there's also other weapons if you want to try those.
I can make clubs.
You just grab a stick and you're just like, I'm done.
Oh no, like kind of shaping them, like cutting off like
I know.
little bits of tree
I was just,
branches and stuff.
I was just making a goof. All right, if you want to do clubs, roll survival. Gordo, do you want to work with the other weapons too, or with how big he is, would working on smaller weapons like knives be at disadvantage?
Not really.
Okay, then make another sleight of hand. Make another survival for the rest of the weapons. Make a
Survival.
make a for a barricade. Make a
Barricades would definitely be survival because it's similar to shelter building.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Make a survival as well. I'm all in group checks. You all pretty much make some decent throws, so you guys have no trouble Yeah, guys, you don't have any trouble with your tasks. Like, you make some decent barricades. Zartwell, you make a decent amount of clubs, and Tate, you have no trouble with the arrows or daggers. So I'm going to say after several hours, before the fight happens, there is I'm gonna say you guys like having a small feast to like fill up your bellies to keep your strength up, and at this point, I'm gonna say at one point because they've been impressed by your strength, many of the guards, male and female, have been challenging you to an arm wrestling competition.
Okay.
How skilled would you say you've been so far?
Well, I mean, I haven't had any issue making spears, chopping down trees, or forging daggers, so probably fairly.
Make a strength check, and let's see. Let's just make a straight d20. Let's see how long you've lasted.
Oh, wouldn't that be Constitution? If it's
Yeah,
an endurance thing.
yeah, Constitution.
Constitution check is 16 total.
I'm gonna say you took down at least 18 opponents before finally catching up. Instead of being beaten, you just decided to take a break.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, Zartol, you partook in the drinking contests. With many, you'll, of course, not even beating Tate, because Tate's belly is full of that.
Do I need to roll anything?
Roll. Yeah, you make a constitution roll. Let's see how long you lasted with the beer. Ahmad, do you want to
Like,
roll for this one too?
like a constitution check or a constitution
Yeah, what am I
save?
rolling?
Constitution check. I'm going to say Maman definitely outlasts Zartol. I'm going to say Zartol with a 16. You don't pass out, but after a while you definitely have to leave to go heave it all out of heave up your stomach contents. But it seems it seems their sentry pet has awakened. It is calling out the alarm. So, with that alarm, you all decide to get ready, and in the distance, you see several poison dusk are rushing towards the camp. No sign of the fiend. What do you all do?
I stay back and wait by the ignition spot and wait for the fiend.
All right,
Are
and
are any of them wearing metal?
no, most of them are no. These guys are mostly just leather and
Okay,
bone.
well, I'm shooting one of them rushing this way with a revolver. I'll pick them off slowly before they get here.
Okay, and Zortul, how about you?
Him, it not showing up yet. I'm just either standing around or trying to see what can be finished up.
You're not going to help them hold off the poison dusk.
Oh no, I'm gonna help. Sorry, I'm gonna help them hold them off.
Okay, all right. Say, since they're rushing at you, before we get into a fight, make a. I'm gonna say there are two. Yeah, there are two coming at you. If you want to shoot them with your revolver, make a. Make a sleight of hand check to see if you can take them both out with by slapping it.
19.
I'm gonna say that exceeds both their armor. So I'm gonna say you do hit both. Where are you aiming for them? You trying to wound them or kill them, or doesn't matter?
Oh, I'm aiming to kill if I can.
So two headshots.
Yep.
All right, with you take them out with two headshots. Zoto, do you want to try to take a swing at any Russian by the camp? Oh, by the way, I'm gonna say, are you guys still like deep within the camp, or do you guys rush to the front when the poison dusk were charging?
I went to the front of the camp.
Also, you too, or did you stay
And
behind?
yeah, no, I went to the front.
Okay. As the you see, take out two with headshots. Do you want to try to take a swing with your axe at one that's trying to climb up, or
Yes.
all right, roll a strength check.
Okay. Oh, strength.
Yeah, let's make it athletics.
Okay. Let me put it in the checks.
Damn, with the 23, I'm gonna say you bring it down, and to your surprise and maybe slight disgust, how is Orto with gore? Like he's still technically just like a kid, like late teens. How is he with gore?
No, I think at this point he's seen a fair share either at seas or at lands.
All right, well, with that check, that one poison dusk who's trying to climb up closest to you, you swing it down and split the poor guy's head in two. Let's do initiative. As eventually some of them do break through the barricade, and you two find yourself surrounded by four. So let's roll initiative.
Oh. You say surrounded. I say target rich environment. Is it initiatives?
Yeah.
Brain cannot math.
My man, you're not there. You're not in this fight because you stay behind by the barrels. Remember?
Right. Sorry.
Good. All right. Tate, you are up first.
All right. I have my revolver and I get 2 attacks in a round, so I'm gonna first fire at one, see what happens.
You're gonna hit number one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, dice. First shot is a natural 20.
That hits.
So he's gonna take 9 plus character sheet. Why did you close? Okay, there we go. 3 is not. Takes 24 points of damage.
Oh damn, he is He is dead.
Off to number 2. Does a 17 hit their armor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it hits.
He'll take 19 points of damage.
Okay. And will that be the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Up next is number 2, the one you just hit. He is going to take Spike Shield and try to jump up and bash you in the snout with it. Does a 22 hit.
Yes.
You take 5 points of piercing damage, and you need to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Save is a dirty 20.
You are not knocked prone. Zartul, you're up.
Okay. So I'm going to swing at the closest one.
You'll have to choose. Like they're surrounding you.
Okay.
Number 1 is dead. The others are still standing.
Okay. So I'm gonna go for number 2.
Okay.
That'll be a 19.
That hits.
And that is 12 damage.
And where are you What are you trying to do? You're just trying to strike him with your axe?
Yeah, just across the body.
He dead. Will that be your turn?
Yes, that'll be my turn.
All right, Poison Dust number 4 is going to take his arrow and aim it at your face, Tate. And he's like, "This is for attacking. This is for shooting my friend in the eye. His name was Great. Damn it, we all have the similar name, but you know what I mean." Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
You take 5 points of piercing damage, and you need to make a con saving throw.
Saving throw is a 21.
You're not poisoned. That's his turn. Up next is number 3. He is going to take a short sword and try to run Zartul through. Zartul does a 19 hit.
Yes.
You take 8 points of piercing damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
That is a total of 25 for a con save.
You are not poisoned. Tate, it's back up to you.
So I'm going to shoot the guy that shot me twice.
All right.
All right, the first shot is, let's see, 14 and it's a 19 for the first shot and a 21 for the second.
Both hit.
The first shot, he takes 12 damage. The second shot, he takes 12 damage. So total 24.
He dead. And wait,
And as
sorry,
a bonus action,
which one was that? Number 3 or 4?
Whichever one shot me in the face.
That was 4.
As a bonus action, I am summoning my Echo behind number 3.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Zartul, you're up.
Okay, is 2 dead?
Yeah, all of them but number 3 are dead.
Okay, so I'm just gonna swing at number 3. That is a 18.
That hits.
That's one less than max, and that will be 14.
Alright, he's still standing. Will that be your turn?
Yes.
He's going to try to take another swing at you. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah, and anything higher than 13 hits.
You take 7 piercing damage and make a con saving throw.
That'll be a 16.
You're not poisoned. Tate, your turn.
All right, so my Echo can attack. He's going to attempt to attack number 3 with an unarmed strike. For that unarmed strike from him, it is a 17.
That hits.
All right. And he needs to make an opposed athletics check, or I'm attempting to grapple him after the damage. So
How much damage? How much damage?
7.
Oh, he's dead. He only had 7 left.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he's just getting punched.
Punch in the
How
back
many
of
are
the head. They're all dead.
Okay.
Well, the ones that are directly facing you. There's still more trying to scale in.
Oh, okay.
Tate, and at this point, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Plus. It's 13.
With a heave of 26, you feel something knock it to your back and knock it down.
Okay.
When you get up to look at it, you see it's a very bruised Haess who is coughing, and she spits up some teeth, and she's just like, sorry about that.
I'm going to throw her at the enemy.
What? Why?
We'll look at her and be like, we have more fighting to do. Get in there.
All right, go ahead.
That is an athletics check of 23.
All right, and are you just throwing her at the crowd of Poison Dusk?
Yes.
I'm going to say she collides with, as you throw her out, she's just like, you're a jackass, you know that? And she goes soaring into the Poison Dusks and knocks 4 of them over like bowling pins. At that point, you both start to feel a chill in the air. And suddenly, some of the barricades near you explode in a wall of ice.
Well, we know who's here.
At this point, more ice explosions start happening around you. You guys going to retreat with the others as they fall back?
Yep, I think it's time to set fires.
As you're running, one of the guards touches you. Remember, you have to lure him into the clearing. So, do something to piss him off.
Is there a body part?
Like laying around.
Yes.
Roll investigation.
Preferably a hand.
Roll investigation. Let's see.
This is gonna suck. Oh well, that's not too bad. 13.
With a 13, you find The hand or claw of one of the regular Cold Sun guys who you're with. That's also missing a couple fingers. As you pick it up, that the one guard who was talking to you both is just like, ugh, seriously? Look, I'm not one to judge, but is now the time to use that?
I have a plan. How close? How far away is the guy to us?
The fiend, you do not know. You only saw the explosion, so he's near, but you just don't know where he is.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to the hand until I'm with at least 30 feet.
Okay. You guys continue on your way back to Mammon, or do you want to
Yes.
go, or do you want to go looking for him to lure him to the clearing?
I'm gonna fall back.
Zorto, you too.
Yeah, that way I'm not too out in the open.
All right, you guys eventually meet up with Mammon, who notices you're holding a bleeding, gory, messed up hand. Zorto.
We were told to distract him, so I thought I would give him a hand.
Did you literally just wait? Did you literally look for a hand just to make a stupid dad joke?
Yes.
Yes, I'm okay. Okay, out of game. I plan on throwing at him and be like, "Let me give you a hand with this."
What the? All right. Um. You guys hear more ice in the distance as well. Some of the poison dusk are starting to catch up to the cold sun guys. Do you guys hold off? Do you guys hold off the poison dusk?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold them off as much as possible so they can get the shit ready in camp.
Uh, Amon, Zorto, what about you? You guys gonna help them?
You know what? The oil is set, so yeah, I'm gonna go help keep the fiend distracted.
Oh no, the poison dusk. The fiend isn't there yet.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go hold out the poison dusk.
All right, each of you make a d20, and as you're doing that, tell me how you're gonna hold them off as they're coming.
I'm gonna use my greatsword for this and just start SWAT shield bashing them with my sword.
Okay.
Yeah. Myself and Micro are just gonna start beating things.
Okay.
I rolled a 20.
I'm gonna hold my axe sideways and kind of treat it like some messed up tennis racket.
Does it do more damage if you hold it on the side? No, it just looks cooler.
We're told to hold him, not kill him.
All right, what did the rest of you roll?
I got a 17.
It's just a regular D20, right?
Yeah.
15.
You guys pretty much hold your own. Tate your echo, you're just beating the shit out of Poison Dusk, Street Fighter style. Mamad, you are just sword bashing several of these guys in the face, causing a lot of nosebleeds. And Zartul, you with this weird game of tennis you're playing with your axe, you even managed to send a few heads flying the other way. And eventually, though, you see uh, a spear suddenly protrudes from behind a poison dusk running at you all, and you see Haess slipping over to you all. As she gets to her, she just looks at you, Tate, and goes, "Fuck you."
You're welcome.
And at that moment, I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw. I told you to make your saving throw.
Yeah, sorry, I got a 4.
You and Haess are knocked off your feet and take 4 point. You both take 6 points of cold damage. Tate and Mammon, you managed to jump out of the way. You guys are near the clearing. Do you want to, like, crawl to the middle of that now?
Yes.
Alright, as you guys make your way into the clearing, before you are suddenly caught off guard as from the ice, like, starts forming on the ground, like big chunks of ice, and suddenly a figure that resembles like a mummified corpse rises from the ice, and the ice breaks open, revealing the possessed Black Scale. I told you I'd find you.
Well, duh. That's kind of one of the only few camps here. It's not like it was hard.
That and your pal there led me back to you. Hayes just flips him off, or does the lizard folk equivalent of that, whatever it would be.
I mean, she's not the brightest bulb in the crown box.
She smacks you upside the head. Does a 17 hit?
As a reaction, I'm going to trade places with my Echo, so no. The Echo gets hit instead.
Does it disappear?
Yes.
And he's like, no, he gets hit, and he's like, ow! And he he says that to you and just disappears. So, the four of you are face to face with him. Now, I know this was a trap the moment I set foot in this place, but who am I to resist a good bit of fun, you know? When you're trapped in a shard for an untold amount of time, you want to stretch your legs, you know? Everybody roll initiative. Alright, first up is Lemon.
Alright, so is it just the Fiend, or is there still a few?
I'm gonna say he's joined by 2 Poison Dusk.
I'm gonna go after the Poison Dusk on his right first.
Alright.
And does a 25 hit with my greatsword?
Yes.
And that is 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Something you notice about these Poison Dust is they have some of the ice armor on them too. And one seems to be missing an eye, the other one seems to have a wound. I think these are the 2 guys you fought before left alive.
Hold on, I have a bonus action I'd like to do. Actually, no, never mind.
Okay.
End of my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next up is Haess. Oh, I'm sorry. Next up is the second Poison Dusk with a nat 20. So this is the one whose eye you shot out of Tate, the one who's either called Greg or Craig or who else? Who knows? And he's going to take out a what looks to be a spear made of ice and hurl it at you. Does a 24 hit?
Yes.
You take 5 points of piercing damage and 4 points of cold damage.
Okay.
That'll be his turn. Haess is up next. She is going to take her battle axe and go after the fiend. That is a 25, which hits. He takes 9 points of slashing damage. He takes 12 points of slashing damage and 9 points of radiant damage. And that will be her turn. Up next is the fiend, who the fiend who my man attacked, and it's going to also take a ice sword and try to slash at her. Maman does a 16 hit.
Yes.
Okay, you take 6 points of slashing damage and 3 points of cold damage.
Okay.
That will be his turn. Up next, now it's the fiend's turn. He is going to cast Chilling Gaze on Tate, and Tate, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
19.
You succeeded. You take half the damage. 14 points of cold damage. And but because you succeeded, you are not restrained. That will be his turn. Now you're up.
I'm going to shoot him with bolt. So he gets hit by a bolt of electricity. Just a critical shot on him. So it'll be 1d10 plus 1d6 plus 6 times 2.
Oh boy.
8, 13 plus 6 is 21. He will take 42 points of damage total.
42 total?
And if there is an enemy within 10 feet of him that has any kind of metal material on them, it's going to arc over to them.
None of them have metal.
Okay.
So, so wait, 42 damage in total?
Yes.
Okay. Will that be your turn?
And then I'm going to backtrack a little bit so I'm further away.
All right.
And that'll be my turn.
Zartel, you're up.
So, bonus action, I'm going to rage.
All right.
And is the fiend within striking distance?
I mean, there should be. Okay.
That will be a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And I do have Divine Fury, which is one rage. My first weapon attack against creatures does a d6 plus half level of radiant or necrotic damage. I go with radiant. So the regular damage is 8,
Okay.
and the radiant damage is 5.
All right, so 13 total?
Yes. And that is my turn.
All right, then it's back up to, I believe, Mammon. Yeah, back up to you.
Okay, is the guy I attack still up?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take another swing. Does a 16 hit?
No.
Well, it doesn't matter because he's still getting damaged anyway because I have the graze ability with the sword. So he takes 6 points of slashing damage.
All right, 6. Okay. And will that be your turn?
Yep.
Alright, Poison Dusk number 2 is up. He's going to try to attack Tate again with a spear. Tate does a 9 hit.
No, not even close.
You dodge the bullet. And he's like, damn it! Another attack on the fiend with her battle axe. That is a 17, I believe. Yes, that hits. He takes 11 points of slashing damage and 7 points of radiant damage, so 18. Next up is the Poison Dusk, the first one. He's going to take a sword at you, Zartul. Does a 12 hit.
No, that actually misses.
Of course. That will be his turn. And that, now it's the Fiend's turn. He's going to cast, I think it's called Autoluke's Freezing Spear at Haess. He points his finger at you all, and a sphere of cold energy streaks from his fingers towards you all, and it explodes. I need you all to make a Constitution saving throw. Alright. Everyone but Zartul succeeded. So you all, like, you should all still take damage, but those who succeed take half, the others take thing. This will be Zartul, you take 19 points of cold damage. The rest of you take 9 points of cold damage. Okay, how are you all doing? You guys still standing?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm still good.
I'm standing for the most part.
Alright, that will be his turn. Up next is
Who's up? You broke out on that one.
You're up.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to shoot the fiend twice. Let's see, the lower of the two is a 19. Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay. The first shot, he'll take 12 damage. For the second shot, he'll take 16 damage. So a total of 31.
Okay.
Stop rolling.
Alright, Zartul, you're up. Oh wait, unless you have a bonus action, Tate.
Oh yeah, my echo's still here. Forgot. He's just gonna shoot at one of the poison darts.
Poison Dusk.
Does a 17 hit them?
Yes. Which one are you aiming for? 1 or 2?
Number 2. He takes 20 points of damage.
Okay. Zartul, you're up.
Are both of the dust still up?
They're all still up. But the one that Tate just attacked, the Poison Dusk, he's looking pretty down.
Okay, I'm gonna try to help with that. Uh, that would be a 9.
That misses.
Yeah, I figured.
Maman, you're up.
And
Oh, sorry. Did you have a bonus action?
oh no, the rage is my bonus action, so that was my turn.
All right. So I'm going to take one final swing at the poison dusk. Nat 20.
That hits.
Okay. 32 points of slashing damage.
Which one were you attacking? 1 or 2?
1.
He's dead. Do you have a bonus action?
Sadly, I don't. So that's the end of my turn.
Next is the second poison dusk. He's gonna try to attack Tate. That's a 24. I believe that hits. So Tate gets 6 points of piercing, 4 points of cold, so 10 damage. It will be his turn. Haess is up. She's going to try to attack the poison dusk. 19, that hits. He takes 14 points of slashing damage and 9 points of radiant damage. So 23. That will be her turn. Poison Dusk number 1 is dead, so it's now the Fiend's turn. I must say I'm impressed you're all still standing. But I think it's time we end this game, and he's going to use a legendary action. Oh, he already. Wait, no, sorry, he already did that. He's going to use his breath attack on Haess, and Haess needs to make a Constitution saving throw. That just misses it, so she takes 17 points of cold damage. And she's actually looking pretty rough right now. Like she's buckled onto one knee. Now it's down to Tate. If you're still there, it's your turn.
Okay. Shooting him again. With a 17 hit.
Wait, who are you attacking?
The Fiend still.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. And the other one is a 24, so I'm assuming that'll hit. For the first shot, 17 damage.
Okay.
And for the second shot, and going to take 22 points of damage because my dice decided to roll the max number they could.
So 39 total?
Yeah.
Okay. And will that be your turn?
Yep.
Alright. Zartel, you are now up.
All right, let me.
Oh, that reminds me, because you've been in close proximity to him this whole time, you've taken 9 points of cold damage. from him.
Oh, then I am down.
Oh, you're not dead. Don't worry. Um,
So since it is my turn, do I roll a death saving throw? It is a 2.
well, you're not dead yet, but at least it wasn't a nat 1.
The way these dice are treating me now, I would seriously doubt I wouldn't end up with a 1.
All right, Maman, you're up.
How many poison ducks are left?
Just one.
Alright. I'm a full-on charge and swing.
Okay.
Okay, for some reason my dice really like me. That's a nat 20.
That hits.
Again, a 32.
Dead. I'm gonna say at this moment, around you all, you start to see what looks to be glowing, like a warm, like sunny glow, like starting to sprinkle up around the clearing.
Does anyone have any marshmallows?
Nope, fresh out.
He pauses. What? Alright, Haess merely just snickers, and you see her take out a horn and blow it, and the glow starts to get brighter. Tate, before anything happens, it's down to you now. Do you want to do anything?
Yes. Rinse and repeat. 2 shots. Oh, Jesus Christ. The dice want him dead. uh, the one shot is a 24 total. The other shot was a natural 20.
Both hit.
So for the first one, wow, okay, that's fuck you dice. That's a low number. He takes 7 points of damage from the first shot,
Okay.
and from the critical shot,
So 17
much
total?
7. That was 7. No, well, I haven't done the second shot yet. The first shot was just 7. From the second shot, he takes 32 damage in total. So it would be 49 damage, I think. Yeah, if I'm mathing correctly.
With that shot, the fiend staggers back. He's like at this point, it looks like he's trying to keep the body steady because it looks like your shot, it didn't kill him, but it killed the body.
Well, one way to stop the puppet master is to get rid of the puppet.
At that moment, all the lights are now growing really bright, and beams of that same light shoot out from them and hit the fiend. He's trying to struggle against them, and he was like, "Oh, come on, is this really necessary?"
Back in the crystal with you.
And at that moment, the lights around him get brighter, and finally, like it just explodes, and you all cover your eyes. And when you open them back up, all that's left there is the Black Scale's body and the Dusk Shard on the ground. And as he was enveloped by the light, his last words to you all were, "It never ends."
I'd go over and stand over the body and the crystal.
All I can picture whenever the light appears and he basically explodes and goes inside the crystal is the Pokemon capture music.
like the Dust Shard is like, "Woo, woo, woo, woo."
You have captured so and so.
So Haess hobbles over and picks up the shard, holding it tightly as you start to hear all the Cold Sun cheering, and like the Mystics and the Warriors are coming out. They're like celebrating. They're coming up to you guys, patting you guys on the back and everything.
Oh, sure. Now you want to come up.
I'm down. I don't hear any of this.
You just face down in the dirt, just like.
Kind of half frozen.
I'm going to go feed him a lesser healing potion, and he'll only get 4 points from it.
Wake up with a face full of dirt.
Point, you guys are like the threat is over, and you guys eventually find yourselves before the elders again. Several others are on the side, including Sorelzi and Haess. Despite the damage done to our village, the poison dusks have retreated, and the fiend has been captured. You have lived up to your end of the bargain, and we shall do the same for ours. As you escort Sorelzi to the human settlement of New Galifar, we will put a lookout for your other companions.
Yay! And then we get
Thank
back
you.
on the where I belong.
Also, before we turn in for the night, I just have one question. And he points
Okay.
he points at you, Zartol. Why do you have a hand?
Because he was
Well,
coming
we
to
were-
give you.
What?
I said because he was coming to give you a hand.
And we're going to end it right there on a very cheesy pun. So thank you all so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Yeah, the two groups are close to finally meeting each other, as I know many of the players have been waiting for. So until then, you guys have a very good night, and we'll see you all next week. Have a good night.
Later.
Ta-ta-ra!
Bye.